Good morning. Welcome to the Lockdown Summit here in London. To those of you in the room with me here today, it's great to be back in a physical location, participating in an event like this. And a warm welcome to the many thousands of you watching live around the world on the live stream today. My name is Dan Astin-Gregory, and I am the founder and host of this important Question Everything event today. And as an entrepreneur with a particular interest in tackling global issues, I began 2020 with high hopes that this decade would be a decade of positive change. I certainly did not anticipate that it would begin with a new global challenge of this magnitude. Now, after nearly 20 months since the initial recorded outbreak in Wuhan, China, the world is still attempting to deal with COVID-19. And the response to COVID-19 has, without doubt, created one of the single largest global challenges in recent history. Many countries around the world have been plunged into lockdowns and other unorthodox restrictions on an unprecedented scale in an attempt to curb the virus. However, a growing body of evidence shows that lockdowns and other restrictions may not have only failed to influence the course of the pandemic, but prolonged its duration and created a trail of collateral harms that may far exceed the harms of the virus itself. We saw in the introduction that UK hospital waiting lists now have exceeded a record high of 4.7 million people, with close to 400,000 of those waiting over a year for treatment or diagnosis. Over 3 million people are in a backlog for cancer screening. The UK national debt is a record high of over £2 trillion for the first time ever. Over 112 billion days of collective education has been lost around the world, and as many as 150 million people have been plunged into extreme poverty around the world. Now, with Freedom Day rapidly on the horizon in England, there has been a mixed reception from the public and experts alike. However, with the long-term damage stacking up from policy interventions and continued impact on our daily lives, it's important at this critical juncture to ask what lessons can be learned and how the world can move forward. But our question today is, where has been the debate so far? We've seen a stock tick of the cases, deaths, and continual scaremongering, but we haven't had the critical voice examining the key issues that we've witnessed unfold over the past 20 months. So we are gathered here today to ask, is there a better solution? And to address this question, we are joined today by a multidisciplinary panel from the fields of science, medicine, political and social science, and industry to help evaluate the response to COVID-19 and explore how the world can responsibly begin to live with the virus and move forward. Now, we have a packed program for you today, including a series of presentations, panel discussions, and interactive Q&A sessions where you'll be able to participate in the conversation. For those watching live at home, please do send your questions to us in the chat. We'll make sure they feed them through to the session here. And we do hope that you will take notes today and share what you learned to help us to widen the debate and help us to move forward from COVID-19. I firmly believe that together we can accelerate the path to recovery and begin to truly make this decade the decade of positive change that it is meant to be in the wake of COVID-19.